So guys, it has been a very long time since we have made a video on this channel. Welcome back guys to the channel. It has been a very long time since we've made a video on this channel. Over 2 months it has been, and the reasoning for it is because I just wanted to take a small little break and just relax and enjoy the first part of my bulking season. So over the past few weeks guys, I've been asking you guys on Instagram and Snapchat to send me questions in, whether it's about fitness or just myself. And you know what? You've actually given me a ton of questions, and I've just picked maybe a few of them here, the ones that I really want to talk about, and some of the ones that I'm just going to answer. Anyway, now with the first question in mind right here, how do you feel after coming third in your competition? Well, to answer that, I was happy. I felt fantastic. But, you know, for someone who's only been training for 2 years, to come third in his first ever competition is quite a big achievement. You know, the amount of people that I met there was fantastic as well. And you know, I was always asking, you know, how long have you guys been training for? And the majority at the time, I was getting 4 to 5 years. Some people were 10 plus years going into it. So you know, for me to come in at only 2 years training, it's pretty good, and I'm very happy with it. But this year, I am taking that goal. I'm gonna go into the overall and just battle it out. I'm actually gonna enjoy this one. So what is your current weight? I've been watching a load of videos online, you know, the likes of Brandon Harding and like Anthony Mantello, a few other guys, and I noticed like some of these guys on their first like bulking season, like they were just putting on large amounts of, you know, body weight that wasn't really necessary, that I believe. You know, I think Brandon put on like 40 pounds, you know, but that's just how he is, you know, that's where he is comfortable in. For me, I wanted to go nice and easy, slowly climb up, and you know, just enjoy the food that I want when I want. Since the show, I put on around 20 pounds. This morning I was 183.3 and I was on the stage 163. So I put on 21 pounds of weight since then. Like, it's been over 2 months since the show, so I've given myself, you know, a good bit of time. So the third question guys is, what are some of the things that you could have done better in your last prep? So I was contemplating this over this period during I was relaxing, thinking like, what should I change for my next prep? And the main thing was the cardio. Now, I'm not a fan of cardio. I really hate cardio. I don't like doing it. But during this prep, I got to a point where I was just eating very little calories, and I noticed it in the gym where my strength was gone. I just had no endurance, and I just wasn't able to properly train to the fullest I was able to. So I feel like for this year, I want to like add a lot more cardio, but being able to keep, you know, a large amount of my calories without having to remove them. I feel like this is going to let me get that conditioning, and also on top of that, it's just going to let me relax and enjoy the process. On top of that, I feel like I should have maybe practiced a bit more of my posing. There were certain poses that I was looking through from the pictures, and I noticed that, you know, some of them were a bit off, the likes of my side chest. My chest is not really that well developed at the moment after only 2 years, but I noticed that I should be puffing up my chest a lot more than sort of hiding it away, to bring it up and show off that I do have a chest. And there was a few other poses that I just need to work on. Majority of them were good. It was just only a few of them that I just had to change. But for this prep, I'll be definitely doing a lot more posing with this new routine coming up, and the questionable changes in classes. I only got an email a few days ago saying that there's going to be extra classes being put into this NBFI, so hopefully there's going to be classic physique. Now, this question, it's taken me quite a while to actually figure out this question. If you could have any physique in the world, who would it be, and whose strength would you have also on top of that? Everyone knows that I'm a huge fan of the classic physique sort of style and that look. So obviously I'm going to be picking Chris Bumstead. That's just the style that I liked, you know, that fullness, the V-taper, the vacuum. I absolutely love it. But the strength, you know, I was thinking of Ronnie Coleman. I was thinking like, you know, that's just too much strength. So I would probably actually go with Larry Wheels. That was like my first choice at this time. Then I was thinking of a few other guys like Greg, you know, he's been breaking world records and all. But I think I was gonna go with Larry Wheels, you know, being able to like fucking squat 900 pounds. That's a big achievement. what are your plans for this year? Are you bulking and taking a year off from bodybuilding, or are you going to compete again next year? So I've been thinking of this for the last two and a half months since the show, and yes, I am going to compete next year, but I have to wait till January to find out what class I'm going to do. The reason why I'm saying this is because we got told only a few days ago that there's going to be more classes added to this next show. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a classic physique, a natural classic physique added to this show. And if there is, I'm going to be going for the classic physique. If not, then I'm going to be going for the lightweight division. Obviously, because I don't have enough muscle for the middleweight, I would rather max out a division and come in as conditioned and as shredded as possible. On top of this, with the bulk, as I said, you know, I put on 20 pounds since the show. My goal is to hit at least 190, 195. That's the max I'm gonna go as, and then from there we're gonna be starting prep. I want to start prep around maybe end of February and drop about half a pound per week, just to really go nice and slow. That's so that I have energy within my workouts, so that I don't pass out or, you know, just die from exhaustion. So next question is, what gym do I currently train at? So the current gym that I currently train at is the Coral Leisure Centre down in Arklow. There have been other few gyms that I've thought of going to, but you know, this is the easiest one for me. It has every single machine that I would need to hit every single muscle group in my body, and you know, it's just a nice atmosphere, and I know basically every single person that works there. Have you added any new supplements to your stack since the show? Yes, I have added a few new supplements to my stack. I'll be doing a video on that later on in the next few coming weeks, but it's going to be quite interesting for you guys to hear what I actually properly take. This next question that I get asked so much in the gym, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, every time. How can I increase my lean muscle mass? So this is a hard question to actually answer, because everyone is built different. Everyone has different genetics. Everyone eats differently. You know, there's vegans, there's pescatarians, there's carnivores. You know, everything is different. So the best thing I could say to build lean muscle is to be in a lean bulk or main gaining. I would probably preferably go for the lean bulk. That's what I would personally do. But the biggest thing for increasing your lean muscle mass is to be progressively overloading every single week or every single day, whatever you're doing, and getting the adequate enough protein into your body. So as you probably hear this as well multiple times, you need 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're weighing 200 pounds, you should have at least 200 grams of protein per day. Now, knowing this, I'm 183 pounds right now, so I should be having at least 183 grams of protein. Right now, I'm probably around 220 grams of protein. That's just to give my body, if I, you know, don't eat enough carbs that one day, it needs to have some extra bit of fuel from the protein just to burn off. What has been your hardest mental challenge for you during your prep, and how do you deal with it? I think personally for me, the hardest thing that I had to deal with during my prep was the people around me. Now, my family was very good to me. My very, very, very close circle of friends was very good to me, but there was people out there who were, you know, saying you can't do this, you're never gonna win, you're never gonna place, you know, you're gonna back out like halfway through, or you lose your nerves on the day. I've always been the type of person, you know, that blocked all that stuff out, but sometimes it does get to you, and you just have to really just think, you know, they can't do this, you know, they're not in your shoes, you know, you're getting ready for something that they would never even achieve in their lifetime. That would have been one of the hardest things I had to deal with. It was a lot of people, you know, giving me criticism what I'm doing and all. And then on top of that was losing my strength was quite a big mental hit to me. You know, I enjoy being able to like lift heavy ass weight in the gym and, you know, just throwing them around like it's nothing. But as we progressed further and further, you know, down into the goal of 165 pounds, it got harder to like lift certain weights. And I really mean, like, you know, I was struggling to, you know, push out 250 pounds in the leg press for 12 reps. I was really struggling, and everything else, it was just the endurance was gone. You know, I felt so tired, I was so fatigued. It just wasn't healthy, you know, and it was hard mentally on the brain just to go through that, and always thinking of, like, your stomach was always rumbling every single day, 24/7. So it was just something that you just need to put your head down and like just grind through it until that day happens. And then once that's over, you can just enjoy yourself, and like it's just a relief that comes over you. We've pushed through it. Now it's moving on to the next section and the next goal, and for next year's show. So guys, before we actually move on to the next question, hit the like button and subscribe, guys, because you know what, over like 80% of you guys who watch these videos are not subscribed, so hit the subscribe button. But anyway, do you prefer to train alone, or do you like being able to train with someone? I like both. I enjoy training by myself. You know, there are times where I'm just in that headspace that I don't want anyone to talk to me. I put my headphones in and, you know, I just, you know, put my head down and I just work in the gym. And do I feel like I get a better workout? Not necessarily. It's both the same. They're actually quite the same. When I'm working with someone, I feel that, you know, I get a lot sore the next day. I feel like the reason is because they're pushing me. They know the people who I would train with, or they would join in with me, they know exactly what I'm doing. They know what my goals are, and they want me to push for those goals. So they're going to push me along and get me to where I want. So I feel that when you're training with someone, always have someone that wants to make you better, and then vice versa, like you want them to become better as well. So I feel like both have their benefits, but personally for me, I like both. I genuinely cannot pick one. Do you have any advice for someone who wants to get into lifting or build muscle? The best advice that I can give you is to ask around in the gym. Ask some of the bigger guys. I know it can be intimidating to go up to some of the bigger guys, but if you can do this, then you're going to go find out so much information. You're going to learn about the diets that some of these guys have gone on, what type of training they do, whether they do hypertrophy or strength or endurance. You know, everyone's different, and I believe that on top of this, you need to do your own research into your own body. Find out what the best foods are for you. Find out what your muscle insertions are and what type of body you have. All these are going to allow you to figure out what is the best situation and what's the best workout program, what's the best diet program to start you off on your lifting journey, your building and muscle journey. It all just depends on what you want to do. Definitely go around and ask these guys in the gym what they do. It's the best advice that you can find out, because they've been doing it for years. Whether they've only been doing it for 6 months, they will still have some experience, or whether they've been doing it for the last 10 or 20 years, they're going to have the same experience. Have you ever thought of making videos with your followers in the likes of Dublin or anywhere around the world? Yes, I have genuinely thought of doing this. I've always wanted to like collab with other influencers, and on top of that, I've always wanted to make videos with some of my clients and some of my friends that are also in the gym. Would I head up to Dublin to like meet some of these guys? In hell yeah, I would. Definitely I would, because it's just nice to get to know people, because at the same time, some of these guys could be training longer than me and they could have information that I don't know about yet. Right guys, that is it for this Q&A guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down in the comments, and guys, hit the subscribe button and the like button and share this video guys. It's going to help the video quite a lot. And from now on, we are now currently in the bulking season, so guys, prepare yourself for the bulking series until the end of February. Until next time guys, I am out.